This exchange has been just so inspiring. People have got new ideas, stimulated to think about new ways of doing things, and I think people are very hungry for more.
I've been an early years practitioner for over 25 years, and I've led a team now for well over 15 years. And I think to be, taken out of your comfort zone and to learn new skills, new experience, and to see different practice in the flesh, it's just so fantastic. It's given me so many ideas.
For us, it's very important to know other experiences out of our country, to know how they work. It's important because we have ideas and we want to transform our way to work too.
Yes, it has actually been a really valuable trip. It's been really good to link with other countries, understand how they embed childcare into ensuring that all of the children in their care, their needs are met on a reduced ratio. I found that really interesting to see how they did that. Because in the UK it's, say, for example, a 1-to-4 ratio, whereas here it's a 1-to-8 ratio. So it was interesting to see how they did that safely, how they're regulated in comparison to how we are. It was great to see how open their spaces are, so there's lots I'll be taking back in terms of how we display our resources, how we link with our families, and I think as well the links were great for them because they can understand how we support children's emotions, how we do intergenerational care, so how we link the older and the younger generations together. So it's been a really useful opportunity for both of us to get together and take ideas and share ideas and collaborate in that way. Has been really, really helpful and valuable.
I think it's amazing to have these types of interactions or meetings with other organisations. You can grow. I know they've mentioned that actually something that they learnt 10 years ago they've taken and they're implementing it there. So for us to be able to kind of just see what we can do better, what's working, maybe what's not working, maybe just new ideas is quite exciting for me.
Seeing the commonality but also the difference and the absolute embedding of the participation and social economy model of care, which is just amazing and something we should bottle. I understand that the people that came to visit us found it very interesting. Certainly our staff really enjoyed welcoming them and hearing about difference but also commonality, and having a chance to share ideas and thoughts about ways that you could support people in their care.
We visited several social care settings right across the city of Barcelona, ranging from residential care to some domiciliary care and also individual autonomous living as well. So it's been a fantastic experience to see all the different services provided by the co-op. I think there's so many impressive things here at Suara. The participation of workers, the person-centric care, but the one thing which really stood out for me was the innovation which they provide to their services. They're always looking to go one step further, progress and deliver the best services they can using new technologies and new approaches. And I think that means that they deliver some of the best care services I've seen or heard about whilst retaining that cooperative model. So I was really blown away by that.
I think the visit was very inspiring and valuable in trying to see how services are delivered differently here in Catalonia. So just a way of collaborating between different entities and the integration of different kind of public services into one. Learning about the way that things work here, even if it's just small things, and learning about the practical way and the practical approach within the system, and I think that is very useful. So there's like simple things that we in the UK I think can implement and can learn from the way that here in Catalonia the system works. And there's also there's so many things that people from Barcelona also can learn from the UK in the way that policy works, but then also as investors, it's really important to understand what the real needs of the individual are, and in the way that we understanding it better, I think we can maximize the way that our money is invested into delivering something that is really impactful into changing the life of individuals.
I'm meeting people from Barcelona. It's been really interesting. They've got similar, obviously, ideas and ways of working to us, finding something that works really well, taking that to Barcelona and using it, and if we can do similar things, then it just makes sense, doesn't it? If you can make life easier for all the people that we support, then yeah, it's a no-brainer.
So I thought it was absolutely fascinating. I really enjoyed meeting the young people themselves in their settings, and you could see a real connection between the young people and the staff. It was almost like they were family. That's how it felt for me, and you could see it in both of those settings where the young people were. The whole collaboration and the whole idea that it's not just us in our little country that are doing this type of work, it's the same the world over. And from speaking to the people from Suara who came to visit us, we realised that all of our families are suffering from the same type of issues, you know, and in the same order, so drug and alcohol being probably the most prevalent issue, and we have the same in Northern Ireland. So it was very interesting to be able to learn from them how they support people, and hopefully they learned something from us about how we support people. So to me it was really useful.
I think it's really important to get inspiration ideas from different countries. We visited Provide, for example, so it was very interesting, the community focus, for example, and also the technology, the innovations. They try to bring two things together, and it's like helping people with new technologies. We are very excited to show them what we are working on, and I think for them it will be also interesting to get to know our work.
I think the value is around the energising, it is about the time and the space to think differently, to see differently, and then to think about what that might mean for solutions going forward, in a way that you can always learn, but also practically what could you do and what does that look like. And I think the fact that the focus here is on, so what does this mean next? It's not just a nice visit, it's what could we now do next is really beneficial.
To get an opportunity to do something like this, you know, even once in your career is fantastic. You know, I think my team are waiting for me in Belfast to share that knowledge with them, and I think if we can change our practice, then we're changing our practice for the better. And it's very much to enhance the children within Northern Ireland and the community I work with.
Absolutely loved it. It's been fantastic. It's been great to link with other people, other cultures, other backgrounds as well, just getting to know one another, seeing how they do things in other countries. We don't always have that opportunity, so it's been a really good self-reflection piece for us, and we'll definitely be taking lots back.
For Suara it has been a very good experience because it's part of Suara to share experience, to go in other countries to see what they do. So doing this with the people with UK and for the rest of England was really interesting, because we have actually new experiences, new projects to bring to Barcelona.
No, I just think this is such a valuable experience. I really liked it. It definitely exceeded my expectations, and it's so nice to just spend some time with people here. I find it lovely to have the connection between different cultures and different languages as well. And of course there are some barriers in languages. At the end of the day, what everybody cares about is just delivering something that is good for people, and I think that's the common language, and that's the most important thing. So yeah, really fascinating. I hope we can do more of this in the future.